The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray, feeling good, Lewis. We'll start out the day looking at the German DAX. As you can see on that hourly chart, it had a perfect three drive to a top pattern as it opened, and it sold off from that level, at least for short term. It is acting well on a short-term basis. If we take a look at the FTSE, which is on the daily chart, we'll get this up here and let you folks take a look at it. You'll be able to see that we've had a three-drive pattern also, and we also have that butterfly pattern, and there's potential for a double top up in here. And as you can see here, that's a 4-hour chart, so it also made the top on the open higher, right at the high. So far, that has been the high. Folks, something really dramatic has happened over the past, 12 to 15 hours. Let me just give you a little example here. This is the report that we got Sunday afternoon, real early, from our good friend Rich Anderson. This is one of the weather services that he subscribes to. They post this every 8 hours out to the folks and what they're looking at. And if you'll notice here on Sunday night, they were looking for soybeans to be 8 to 18 cents higher. Corn was 5 to 12 cents higher. And wheat was 4 to 9 cents higher. You can see the heat map down there that it's very, very hot. And some of the places have got moisture, other has not. So we're looking for a very, very sharply higher open on Sunday night. And boys and girls, they literally surprised the heck out of these guys, because about 2 hours after this report came out, the beans began to fade in the middle of the night, and they just broke and broke and broke and broke. They've been going down for a while, but they stopped right where they pretty much should have. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is we are looking for a place to get long this stuff. And if you take a look at this, this is the bean chart. You'll be able to see what's happened here. You can see the Sunday night there, that little red bar. That was supposed to be way up around $15.40, and it was way down around $15. And we got down to the exact 1.27, folks, $15.45. Excuse me, $15.55, and we've rallied 25 cents from that level. So that should be a pretty good very look. Well, you know, Z, if you said they're paying too much, because you see it right there. Rich sent it to me. That was about 3:30, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my time on Sunday. And that's what they sent to me. But later on, of course, about an hour later, then they got the update. But by then, you know, the market had opened and it was already sharply lower. So they pay a lot of money for that. I mean, they there's a lot. So anyway, I look at the charts. You know, that's basically what I'm looking at. So remember, folks, this is the 10th of June. This isn't the 10th of August. This is the 10th of June. We got the beans don't even get made until August sometime, and the corn should be as high as an elephant eye on the 4th of July. So all those things are very, very important. Now, if we look at December corn, and this is the one that I suggested, the people, if you're going to look at anything, look at December corn, because it's the strongest of the group. You'll notice that today's low was a 78% retracement of the low that we made back on June the 4th. So that was down, we were down 60 cents, believe it or not, in corn, and it's held and rallied about 15 cents from that level. So if you're in that, you know, make sure that you don't lose any money, because these markets they're very, very active. And folks, I'm going to just show you a chart here. We don't trade this. It's in the news all the time, but we don't trade it. I'm just going to bring it up for historical purposes. Give me 1 second. It's the old random length lumber. Let's get it up here. And you'll see here, this is the ABCD pattern that we're looking. You can see the BC swing. Let's guess. What would that be? My guess is it's pretty much spot on at 0.618 there at 1375 per board foot. Anyway, let's take a look at this. You'll see here that we've already been below the coveted $1,000 level, and we're looking like we're going to go to about 850. That'll complete the ABCD pattern. We've completed a small ABCD pattern at this 915 level. If you can see that over the last 2 weeks, you can see another ABCD pattern lined up in there. Folks, I have not traded lumber in over 60 years, and I don't plan on doing it now. I'm just showing you what's in the news, because this is when this thing was at 1700, everybody said that it was going to go up forever, and forever was the next day. And you got to remember, what you're looking at here is going to be very, very interesting. So we'll pay attention to that for sure. The market that gave me the biggest heads up to look for today, oh, no, don't tell me I've lost it. Shut the front door. I've had so much data problems today, folks. I can't believe it. Let's just get, I'm not going to be able. It was soybean oil, folks. The low today in soybean oil was within 20 cents of a 382 retracement of the whole move. Defy human nature. Do the work yourself and take a look at it, because it's just really an amazing thing. Now, speaking of amazing, here's one here that we have here in the gold market. We posted this in the middle of the night when the gold was trading at 1873. We expected it to get down to that 1844 level. The low was 1845. I was unable to do anything on this. The problem is the fact that we had a situation where I ran out of my electricity went out. And I don't know why, but not only did I lose air conditioning, I lost internet and everything else for about 20 or 30 minutes. I was able to send the charts out on the December corn, and then also on the soybeans, and also on the euro. Another one was the euro. We had a perfect buy signal in the euro. We talked about this in the newsletter, and I wanted to just highlight it, because here's another situation here that you're setting right at where you want to be, okay? And the market goes exactly to the point that you want to be a buyer at, and guess what? They don't fill you. Shut the front door and raise the rent. Color me unhappy. That happens all the time, but that's it. We're going to still get a chance, because it's only rallied about 40 pips off the bottom, so we still have a chance to maybe get that euro at that level. So we'll be very, very careful in trying to select when we're able to do that. Now, one other thing that happened technically that I think is worthy of our information, and this was done, as you can see, we did this long before the stock market opened. This was the last 10 days in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. You'll see the high that we made back there at 34,825. Last night's high was an exact 382 of that number. It was also exactly 78% of the high from June 11th, and it was 61% from the high of June 10th. And of course, we went down and we broke quite a bit from that level. Well, whether this is going to be some type of a major event in the stock market or not, I'm not really sure. Hold on, folks. I've got to do something here, because I'm in the situation where I have to take a little profit in something, and I want to do that. So as I'm trying to get over here to my other computer, which is not an easy task, let's just get up here and we will move over here. Hopefully we'll be able to book this little puppy here, and we'll just go here and say yes, and that'll take care of it. Okay, we're in good shape. All right, now let's move on here. Oh, we got a little break here. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, boys and girls.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, I posted the gold, what we were expecting to see happen today. We did have a good rally. The problem was we were trying to buy it at 1844, and we got to 1845 in a way that it went. That was... you have to make a decision. Unfortunately, the data was out at that time, and you didn't get a chance to really do very much with it, because by the time my data came back, about a half hour later, it was off to the races and moved about $15 to $20 straight up. I've had several questions about Paul Tudor Jones's comments. Today he was on CNBC, and he was talking about this being the most important Fed meeting of the whole year. In fact, he said of the many years past, and the reason for that is how they're going to handle the fact that whether we're going to have inflation. And this is going to be very, very interesting. He basically said if the Fed does nothing, he was going to go all in. Gold, cryptocurrencies, everything is what he said he was going to do. Well, remember, what people say and what people do sometimes can be a little bit different. If you've ever read the book, the autobiography of My Own Story by Bernard Baruch, basically they talked about the crash of 1927 and the fact that 1929, not 1929, and the fact that J.P. Morgan came in and said that General Motors will stop at $45 a share. I will see to it. Well, let me tell you, General Motors went through 45 like it didn't even exist. The next day they asked Mr. Morgan, what happened to your buy orders? He said, I decided the market didn't look very well, so I canceled my buy orders. So remember, things like this happen all the time, and that's why you've got to rely on your charts. More buyers and sellers, it goes up. More sellers and buyers, it goes down. That's the key to what we're looking at as we're watching some of these things unfold here today. Now, we have a stock that we've been following for a very long time that has finally done something that we thought that it might do. So let's get this up here. Just good to see you, Marshall. Hope everything's okay. You'll notice here, this is the chart the last 6 weeks of Apple. You'll notice the 38% retracement at 128.60, how important that was. And you can see what happened today when we went blasting through that We immediately rallied, just about a whole dollar, and going right up to the ABCD structure of this at 129.88. That was the high that we had so far in Apple, as I recall. That is a perfect ABCD at that point. Now, this is very important, folks, because we did bust above the 382 retracement. A lot of resistance was there. It went through there like there was nothing. But if the market goes back below that 128.50 level, then you're looking at something that could be a whole lot more ominous. But that's still making yourself wonder whether it's going to be this is a completed ABCD. I don't buy completed patterns like this, folks. I wait for the pattern to, I'll sell a pattern like this, of course, because I know that if it gets above 130.60, I'm certainly wrong. But can someone tell me what the high has been so far in Apple? As I I never look at the stocks. I look at them for you folks because they're good ways to, give you an idea of what's going on. Let me double check. Maybe one of you folks here will tell me what the high has been in Apple today and see if we've got above that 129.88 level. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Maybe there's a problem. That's sorry about that, folks. That's CVS telling me 129.88. That's the high. That was the number we were looking at. Thanks, fellas. I appreciate the help looking it back there. So we'll look at it. So that's the pharmacy, folks. I fill pharmacy prescriptions for our neighbors here. So they called me on Monday at this time. I forgot to take the phone off the hook, but I'll do it after the thing. We deliver the medicines to the folks here in the neighborhood. About everybody in this neighborhood now is over 75. I'm one of the younger people, so but still a nice place to live. I have a story for you folks. This is I play poker. I used to play poker twice a week, but luckily now if I play once a month. But I did play yesterday for 2 hours just to go down and see my old buddies how they were doing. And one of the guys that was there is one of the Border Patrol, and he is getting ready to retire. And the stories, we were sitting around talking, and you wouldn't believe the stories. He's out of Nogales, Arizona, folks, which is right on the border between Mexico and the United States. It's 72 miles here from my house. And he was telling me that the cartels, the drug cartels, are so heavily armed. He said it's like looking at people coming, armed troops coming out of Afghanistan or Iraq. He said they have Hummers with 50 caliber machine guns and stuff like that. And someone wants me to go to work and take a look at the chart of Palantir, and guess what? You have won the lottery. We're going to get up here and take a quick look at it. Just give me 1 second. PLTR. Don't know anything about this stock except that I know that it's a it's a Peter Thiel stock, and everything that he touches turns to pretty much gold. And here we are. We have it setting here right at the 382 retracement again. Hold on. There we go. Hold on 1 second here. Yeah. Okay. Z's asking. They're not going to be 110, 118, I don't believe. 119 is the most I've ever had here. But Z, I don't go out of the house until late afternoon because, if I have to do something early in the morning, I'll do that right after the show here. But I don't go out in the afternoon. That's silly to go out in that heat. Usually I do see that it's supposed to be really hot today. And then we have our first monsoon. The monsoons start on June 15th, June, July, August. Every day we usually have a very strong monsoon rain, which is, it's very heavy. And then those are supposed to start on Wednesday, which we do need the water. But that's not bad. Inside, you got air conditioning. It's not a problem. So I don't really get out in it. I mean, you can't do anything at 118. That is really dangerous. Anything over 105 is not, it's very dangerous. You shouldn't go out in that. In fact, old people don't do that. I mean, young people don't even do that. You'll see a few tourists out there walking in without their shirts on and going out and playing golf and stuff like that at $270 a round. But here, it's not so much. Let's get back to the Palantir. What we're looking at here at $25 a share is a 382 retracement from the high that was made back at 40. The good part about this is taking a solid month to get there. So this stock has to get above 25 pretty quickly in order for it to really to get legs. But I think it's going to have a lot of resistance right here at this level. This is this is very similar to that Tesla trade that we looked at, where we went up to that 636 level and then dropped down to 572. We still have not taken out that 536 level. I think the high today is 6 something, but not too much. The key is watching that Apple today, because that stock has got to get above the get above that 130 and change level to really get the thing moving. So remind ourselves that that's what you have to do. I think it's important enough to understand that you really need to do that. We don't have any guests today, so if you have any questions, it's 877-927-6648. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the U.S. dollar and see what we can find with that. So we'll be right back after this break that we're going to have. And as I always, color me happy, shut the front door and raise the rent. Woo! I'm a happy boy now. I'm looking at crude oil on the way down.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, folks, I posted a chart of the U.S. dollar index up here, trading at 90.43. My personal opinion is we're going to go a little bit higher up here to that 90.90. That would complete a ABCD at the 382 retracement, and then look out, because then the U.S. dollar could be in for some serious trouble. What we've done so far today, let's just get this 4-hour chart up. You'll be able to see it. You'll see the frustration of what I went through this morning, because we were trying to buy this euro down here at this 120.92 level, and we hit there a few times, but it was never filled. And then I started shading it by a tick or two and still didn't get filled. Hasn't really done very much, but it has completed a little minimum 3 drive to a bottom pattern exactly at the 61% retracement. And I think that, we always watch these numbers. Folks, these numbers don't hit exactly all the time, but when they do, you have to pay attention to them, especially if you're watching the number of 1.27. Watching that one is the one that can really, really be a life-changing experience for you, because that is the best possible risk-reward ratio that you're going to get. Because at 1.618, you're setting at the absolute ideal time to go in and do something, either long or short, because if it goes beyond that 1.618 retracement by just a little bit, I'm talking a few $100s, you're in harm's way, and you've got to get out of the way. So that's why that's such a very, very important thing that we were watching here. So just keep in mind that those are a few things that we're going to look at. Now, we've got a couple of technical things that are very important that have been happening. I mean, they're actually historic. The first one I'm going to show you here, folks, this happens to be the open interest of none other than the old Stop and P, the S&P 500. You'll notice here, let's try it again, Larry. This is going to be crude oil. This is crude oil. I hit the wrong button. All right, this is crude oil. You'll notice here that the June has dropped 35,000 in open interest. It was up from 270,000. You'll notice that the August had a very, very slight increase. Folks, that means that people are leaving the market. That is not bullish. I know it's made new highs and everything, but that is not a bullish sign. You might find that hard to believe, but when open interest goes up and prices drop, that's short covering. Once that short covering is done, there's going to be a vacuum under the market. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but it's a-coming. It always has and always will be, as they say in the trade. All right, let's take a look at the one that I really wanted to show you that'll just knock your socks off. This is facts. I just have to put a new pair of socks on just now just to show you what we're looking at here. This happens to be the old S&P 500. If you'll get it up here, I want you to see the increase in the open interest there, folks. 60,000 out of 2.9 million. 60,000 is huge. 10,000 is big. So you see where 60,000 is so much bigger than 10,000? Because on a really good day, it might be 8 to 10,000 more. But look at that, 60,000 on Friday with that big move up, blowing the socks off of everybody. Now that means there's all kinds of new buyers coming into the market, correct? The reason why they're in control is the prices went higher. For every buyer, there has to be a seller, because this is a valid contract. So every buyer has to have a seller. You have to ask yourself, who was selling 60,000 contracts on a Friday in an up week? Who was selling into that? Was that mom and pop? Well, I don't know if mom and pop was doing. I know I wasn't me, that's for sure. But anyway, that's really big, because if this market turns from here and doesn't do anything, then you're gonna see something to be okay. What is Mr. Z is saying? Your patterns for the MYU. And let me see. I think we could do that for you, Mr. Z. You're the main man for us, so I'm hoping I can. Just a second. I don't always say, there we go. I think we're okay. Here we go. All right, let's get this up here. We'll do this. We're going to do the Dow E-mini. You can see here the low we made on Friday was an exact 382 retracement to the tick. We haven't rallied. As remember, I showed you from that level, from that point 382, all we were able to do last night in the midst of all that bullishness with the S&P being up quite a bit, all the Dow Jones was able to do was to make an exact, within just a point or two of the exact 32% retracement of the high that we made back on June 7th. So that in itself is not a bullish thing. And now we've got Ruby of the Ruby and the Romantics is asking about her favorite blockchain, and that happens to be Mr. Bitcoin itself. And we'll get this up here and take a quick look at it. You'll be able to see. I'll tell you, someone asked a question about Mr. Tesla himself, Elon Musk, if it's illegal for him to tweet like this. Folks, a tweet is no different than a tipster saying, Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott steel. So that's all that is. That's why I'm a technician, folks, because of stuff like that. I mean, I had 3 people today. In fact, one of my good friends, Steve Shapiro, asked me about Elon Musk and tweeting about Bitcoin. Believe me, if he's going to tweet about Bitcoin and being bullish, let me ask you a question. Is he going to do it after he talks, or is he going to do it before he talks? That's a trick question. I'll get back with you on the answer on that one tomorrow. Okay, now, Bitcoin, as you can see here, held up at that 61% retracement. Listening to what John Jameson has been telling me for quite a while, I believe we're going down to 22,000 in that, and I believe we've got a really good chance to see that happening for quite some time here. Now, as far as someone's asking about the gold market, I believe we're trying to make a bottom here in the gold. It's going to be interesting to see what we had with the open interest today with this big volume. We dropped. I think we had about a $70 move down and up in the gold. So this is going to be big. You got to watch the open interest on days like this because they'll tip their hands and see if anybody big buy. Mostly big buyers come in on down days like that. You don't get the little guy trying to fish out a bottom when you're at those levels. So that's where we're like, hey, we've got a caller from Southern California. Mike, how are you?
How you doing, Larry? I just like to have you look at the stock Shopify, SHOP.
SHOP. Let me see here. Now, Do you want to put this on your American Express or Visa? How did you want to pay for this, Mike?
I'll just buy one share in cash.
There you go. Well, this sounds good. Here we go. Let's see where we are here. Oh, it's very strong today, but I think we're into a little bit of resistance. So let's just blow this up so we can see it a lot better. Let me put the magic gold thing on. We'll see where we are with Fibonacci. Yep, there we go. This is something that we're not going to charge on this one because I don't really know whether it's going up or down. As you can see here, we are almost at the 61% retracement at. This is $1,300?
Yes, it is.
Whew. Wow. Better start looking at stocks. You'll notice here, no, I didn't realize it was that much. I know somebody that is an executive there. So one of my students is an executive there. I didn't realize that. This is really interesting, Mike, because look at this. I just drew in, just for kicks and giggles, I put in the ABCD pattern, and look where it comes to, 1311, which is the 61% retracement, and would be taking out, that's a sale up there, in my opinion, at 1311.
Okay.
I hope
Thank you, Larry.
That helps. You bet. Thanks for calling in, Mike.
Bye.
We'll be right back, folks.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com and hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com and hit Watch Tiger TV.
I think we still have Mike on the line from Southern California. Mike, are you there?
Yes, hi. I'd just like to ask you, I hung up and forgot to ask you about Exxon Mobil. I have that in my IRA, and it's done very well. I bought it back in the $38 range, and it's 62. And I noticed that you were excited about crude oil selling off.
Yes, sir. But remember, I'm only right about 50% of the time, Bubba, so that's a good thing to remember, okay?
Okay.
I don't, let me see, I don't have Exxon in my thing here, and I by the time I got it up, it would be, let me try it. Hold on. It's XON, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
XON.
Yes, it is.
I have a great story about Exxon. We'll get this up here. XON.
It's paid a nice dividend. You know, I've owned it for a year. I bought it last year at this time. And it's paid handsomely. I got like 600 shares of that, and it's performed great.
Okay, now you just answered your own question, because one of the things that W.D. Gann and also Amos Hofstadter talked about, when in doubt, is get out. So you have a doubt about this stock right here. So I would do is tighten up your stop really tight, so that if it continues to go higher, you're okay. And if it starts to sell off, you'll be able to book those profits and buy it back at a cheaper price. Because sometime, maybe not in my lifetime, Mike, but sometime, maybe your lifetime, not mine, there's probably going to be a chart that looks like the S&P or the Dow Jones or something like that. It looks like that lumber chart, because these things don't go up forever. You think that they do, but they don't. So you're a little nervous, which is good. So just keep in mind that that's what you want to be doing, is to tighten up your stop. And if it keeps going, you're in great shape. If it doesn't, then you're out with your capital intact and you'll be in good shape.
All right, Larry. Do you think? Can you give me a point that you think that I should have a stop in at?
I would put a stop at $5 from where it is right now.
Okay. All right.
That's about maximum I would give it is $5.
Okay. Thank you, Larry.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Okay, and if it doesn't work, then I'll give you the number of the SEC, and you can form a formal complaint, okay?
All right, Larry. You have a good day. I love your
Mike,
stories. Keep them coming. They're so entertaining and so educational, and it keeps us grounded as traders because we don't know anything.
Yeah, this is true, Mike. That is absolutely true. But let me give you my Exxon Mobil story. Okay, I'm working for Drexel Burnham Lambert, and my the Wicked Witch of the West is working for the the Westlake Village school system, which is also part of the Calabasas school system, and she's in charge of the business department there, and they're thinking of getting computers. This was 1977, I believe, and of course computers were new and everything, and so she went to Exxon Mobil to get a grant to start that part of the San Fernando Valley into using computers instead of shorthand stuff, instead of dictation. And so she said she had a meeting with the president, and she was going to go there to get money. And I said, how much are you going to go for? She said, I'm going to start out with $25,000. I said, he'll laugh you out of the building for $25,000. I said, this is an oil company. This is when we have oil, going crazy back in the 70s. And I said, ask him for $250,000. Oh, she says, I couldn't do that. I said, look, ask him for $250,000. All he can do is say no. Then maybe he'll only give you $25,000. Right. She asked for $25,000. He said, "Who do I make the check out to?" And she came out of that. She came out of that meeting. She was white as a ghost. She said, "I can't believe anybody would write a check for $25,000." I said, "Dear, that's not his money." And then she started to realize it's tax deductible donation and stuff. But she had to ask for a big figure. I don't think she would have given him $25,000, but $250,000, no problem. So that's my story about Exxon, and I'm sticking to it.
So, Larry, how did you wind up out here in California from Indiana?
Well, it was January 1962. I was just getting out of. I was in Bloomington. I was just getting out of my class. It was January the 8th. I remember that because it was Elvis's birthday. I looked up at the old clock there, and we had a digital clock for the first time, and the digital clock said minus 18 degrees. And I had already taken a job with Eli Lilly, and I said, the first thing with Lilly, I'll go with you if you get me to California. And they said, you've got a deal. So I went there. I did my orientation for a month, and they sent me to San Luis Obispo, California as my first place to go. And my second place was Westlake Village. And but that's how I got here. And I loved California, but boy, it's not the my daughter lives there and she's doing well, but boy, the stuff that's going on over there is really sad with the taxes and the homeless and everything. Venice Beach, I saw pictures of Venice Beach, Mike. I don't know if you're down in that area, but Venice Beach is basically uninhabitable now because of all the tents. People can't even walk along the boardwalk that used to be such a fabulous place. I mean, it's really sad.
I'm in South Orange County, and it's okay here. It's not a problem, but you're right. It's a sad thing.
Yeah, you're in Wasp University. Okay, we'll be right back. Boys and girls, I have a slight emergency. Stay with me here 1 second. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, dear.
Hey, Mark.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology.
Okay, I hope I'm back. 10-4. Oh no, that's a normal commercial. Oh, 10-4. Why am I on at 12:51? That's usually the last break. Sorry, boys and girls. I have someone here to. Yeah, I'm not here by myself. I had a problem this morning, and I had to call the fellows that installed all the stuff in the house, and so he happened to show up a little bit early. He was supposed to come at 10 o'clock. So he's here now, and I just had to make sure he was started in the right direction. Okay, any other questions you have? It's 877-927-6648. We hopefully will have Jerome Bressert this week as our guest. That's the only person that we have. I spoke with Larry Williams over the weekend a couple of times, and he's just swamped. He's not able to come on, which he'd like to do one of the great shows that he usually does. But his YouTubes are available to folks, so watch those, and you'll be able to get a pretty good idea of some of the things. Mr. Marshall is asking about the lean hogs. Yes, sir. We've had that one on the books for quite a while. Let's just take a look at it. We're going to do the August, Mr. Marshall, because of the fact that we've had a big drop in the open interest in these things, and we're starting to back off quite a bit here. We'll just get this up here. This is one that is acting really nicely. We had a beautiful, if you like ABCD patterns, and most of us do, you can see you had a perfect ABCD there right at the top the day after, and it's broken about 4 cents, and we should make at least what we did on the last one, which we're setting there right now. So anything below that 114 level, Marshall, tells us we're probably going to go down to the 110 level. And because this is such a steep ABCD over the last 6 weeks, my assumption is that's where we're going, is to around 110. I'll draw that in, and you'll be able to see that without too much trouble, and then we'll be able to move on for the next one. I hope that helps, but it acts pretty good to see if it's going to be there. Yes, ABCD is the place to be, as old Mark Douglas used to say. Okay, now the second question that we have is, where are we going to go with the Treasury bonds? We've had a heck of a run here in these bonds on the upside, and I'm not sure whether this is over yet or not, but we are getting close. Let's get this up here. We'll be looking at this on the daily, and you'll be able to see that we went back up to that old high, and I think we're ready to back off in here somewhere. Let's just take a look. There should be great deal of support at 157.11. If that fails, if that support at 157.11 fails, that means, let's just draw this up so we can take a quick look at it. That's the 61% retracement. That means that this bull market has just completed bear market has just completed the ABCD, and we could be heading down. Remember, we've been here for a month, folks. We had the 3 drive to a bottom back at 153 way back on the 20th of March. And here's where we are now at 158. We'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade.